Hello, everyone. For today's stream, we're going to go over two things, and this is coming from to help somebody who is interested in over AI see a couple of workflows we're going to resonate with them. That I think is going to resonate with a lot of people. The first workflow we're going to walk through is already built, and it's a workflow for taking emails where orders are coming in on a PDF. So, like, say someone's coming to order a product from you, it may come in information from who sold it and how much they wanted is going to come over on a PDF, and then in addition to getting orders over email, we're going to build live today how we can create internal forms for people on the team to submit orders that would get put into the ERP system and get tracked there. So we're gonna do a little bit of an overview of some things already built, and we're gonna build something live. So to first walk through the thing that has been built before, in part because we do get a lot of requests about this. Not only do a lot of people just like in working with many vendors, it's impossible that all of them are going to want to connect directly to your ERP system, or like, you're going to be able to sync particular systems. And so it's inevitable that you're just going to get like that processes are going to start by a PDF that's coming in through an inbox. So this is going to end here, where we're looking at this order review page that is tracking, for, on these three dates, these three, this is all demo data. These three customers came in and there's this order ID. And inside of that, OverAI has, gotten this email, extracted the information from those PDFs on what items were being ordered, how much they were. And we've got this review page that somebody can come in here, and before this all gets submitted into NetSuite, you would approve this, and this would trigger that automation with NetSuite. The underlying things about this, so OverAI, of course, is a platform for teams to build their own internal tools. And we've got all these big pre-built modules. For this type of use case, we've got a couple of big things here that are helping to power it. We've got an integration already with NetSuite, and this is a live integration. So when we put this demo together, we're going to make sure we're not pushing anything there. But we did connect and authenticate with a real NetSuite instance. We're also integrating with OpenAI, and that's what's helping do that translation from PDF and extracting those documents. And this is the underlying logic for what's doing that. So it's pretty simple. We've got this workflow that for every email that's received, and there's a couple of ways that we can set this up. We can integrate directly with an inbox, and on certain filters, have them all get forwarded to this email address. And that's one way that we can do it. Other types of customers sometimes just set up a dedicated inbox where orders would land, or whatever it is that we're looking for, and we just monitor that and pull everything from it. We're going to extract the PDF from the inbox. We're going to convert that PDF to text. That just is some of the stuff that makes it easy for the AI to read it. And then we have the OpenAI node here. And what's really powerful about this is this is where we can get really specific about your company's existing criteria for how you want to read these PDFs. So if you've got very specific customer mappings, or, we always want to handle orders in this way and make sure they get mapped to NetSuite or some other system in this way, you can be really specific about those types of rules. And it's not just a black box of how things get entered. And as you noticed, we have that review page where you can completely check things and make sure that it comes together. And then we're going to create this order in NetSuite. And we've already authenticated with NetSuite. We understand how to read these things in NetSuite. And this is that integration step. So we handle authentication and integration kind of in two separate steps. So that first thing that we saw over here is the is like that authentication. And then in this automation, this is actually a pretty simple thing. But if we needed to do something a little bit more complicated around how you wanted to get the data in, or in what fields, that's where we might use some, like the architect knows how to use some custom code to get it exactly how you need to in your in whatever your landing system is. And that's where this review page comes together. And this is a pretty simple review page built on demo data. We can come in here, we can approve it. This is all demo data. But if you wanted to have the PDF, for example, populate and show a side-by-side view of, hey, here's the PDF that we read, here's exactly how the AI extracted it. When you highlight something on the right hand, like on the right hand side, it would show up where exactly in the document it pulled it. Those are all types of extensions of a workflow like this that we've done with other customers. That really help speed up the process of that manual entry. And then you would just time it so that when you press approve, it would actually trigger that NetSuite integration, and push that data. And nobody wants, like when it comes to order data, it's like really important that it's right. And this is that example where automation is great, but many people want some type of human in the loop to make sure you're not encoding errors or any type of other inaccuracies. And these types of pages are those things that really help to make sure that this process is running exactly how you want without any errors. So then we're gonna extend this workflow. We're gonna suppose for this customer that for this company that they want to be able to also have a way of inputting forms from an internal system that would get pushed to NetSuite. So why don't we start here? And I'm gonna start. Okay, we'll start with a new chat. All right, we want to extend this workflow. So today, right now, it's taking an automation that is taking an email with an order. It's extracting the information from that PDF and it's pushing it into this order review page. I want to also add to this like a clicker that is like add new order, and this is going to be used by internal salespeople who are closing a deal and ready to put a final order in to kick off this workflow that is going to also need to be approved and go into NetSuite. So let's add to this page this clicker. When it opens up, it's going to want to track things like who's the sales rep, what is the customer. Right now, it is like we should just keep the field. Well, actually, let's have a pre-populated field. In a future world, this would come from the CRM, and this would probably be something like in a late stage deal that you would want to be selecting from. But for right now, just populate it with some dummy data. Let's pull the ship to address. Let's create a way to add that. Maybe things like SKUs, like the quantity, a color. Let's make those all clickable, and contract terms and any other notes. And when we fill out this form, it should get added to this order review. And then let's add a column here where it says, some things are going to say like from email, and some things are going to say from the form. Maybe there's a better word for it. And then this is like the one page where all these things can get reviewed together. And this may not be exactly, this hopefully is going to touch on a couple things. This may not be exactly the way that the person in mind that we're putting this together for is thinking about, but I think it does show just how quickly we can put together these different types of things, really how we're integrating with existing systems to, pulling from an email, pushing to NetSuite. We would normally like integrate with your CRM to pull all the contact lists in there so that when a sales rep is coming in, any of that context around what's already in your CRM is there. So you're not calling, a company Bob's Discount with an apostrophe S when it actually doesn't, or vice versa. And if you've never seen our platform before, so I think I had the code thing out. I don't remember why. We're looking at this, we're editing this page. I want to open this in a new tab. We're in the builder view right now, and when this is done, I'll show you how this could be in the view. Oh, here, we'll go like this. So while this is building, I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to say preview as guest. So while that's building, for anybody that is who would just be a normal salesperson who wouldn't necessarily need to be updating the page, they would just be logging in and seeing, oh, here's all the orders. that are already coming in and been extracted by email. I'm going to go ahead and add my own order. And that's what I'm going to do here. And then somebody else who's maybe the approver would come in and, press approve. And all these buttons can be permissioned around who's the right person to approve. They can be even very, you can make them pretty complex, and if you need multiple people to approve it, so it actually kicks off a chain. We've done all these different types of things to really match how it is that your business is working. So this is going. Looks like we've got an add new order button. And what we're going to do is, once this is done, and it's going to tell us when it's done, I'll go ahead and click through it and make sure it works, because sometimes these things don't work on the first try, and that's fine, but it is important just to try it out and show how these things can, you can build pretty easily by yourself. All right, let's see what else happens. All right, it's verifying. While we're gonna try out this button, and it may not work. It may not work, but we have over time, built out these additional skill. This is our AI architect. We've trained it on how to assemble these modules and the best practices. So certain things you were noticing it's verifying the structure, it's checking these things. These are just things that over time, as we continue to build more and more, we make it even better so that it actually does get a lot of these apps right on the first try. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a late stage deal. We've got some, this would be integrated directly from your CRM. This would also probably come from your CRM. If there's a PO number, could do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've been working with the customer. Let's do, however, and this is where, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4. The most important thing is we want to make sure that this saves. Product name, let's just call it shampoo. And then, maybe you have some custom stuff. This is cool. I don't know if in this situation, maybe sometimes you set things into the future, starting 3 months from now, we're going to order this. So we're going to do this 3 months from now. I don't know, we'll say referral. I don't know. Okay, add to review queue. Great. So I believe this is the one that we just did. Cool. And we'll see that it's right here. It was a sales entry by Priya. Its status is pending. We could update this, that if it was added manually, it immediately goes to approved, all types of things. Then we could go ahead and what you'll notice here is this actually isn't here yet. I can even press refresh and it won't be here yet. And I'm gonna press save and deploy, and it should show up here. Wow, that's fun. Okay, this is great. Oh, you know what I think it is? Let's try it one more time. This is great. Here's what it is. So this should now is because we ran that test instance, it didn't get saved. So we can just do it all one more time. Great. Great. And now, this would be more like that app experience, that if I'm a salesperson and I'm coming in and I'm adding this thing, and if I'm looking at this and be like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to know how many orders were outstanding and still pending, and we can come back in here and say, hey, can we add to the top bar the total amount of dollars outstanding in this order review. There you go. Cool. That's great. All right, so that concludes what we're going to go over, and hopefully this was helpful.